A very good morning to one and all present here. I am KARYASHALA.
And I am Ashmita Mukherjee.
And today we are gathered here on the behalf of the Department of Earth and Atmospheric Sciences, NIT Rourkela, for the auspicious inauguration of the Sarv Accelerate Vigyan High and KARYASHALA on the role of land use, land cover change in regional weather and climate. The Department of Earth and Atmospheric Sciences is set up to provide the state-of-the-art education and research in earth, climate and ocean sciences. The department plays a vital role in providing the resourceful manpower through interdisciplinary ways of teaching and research programs.
Without further ado, we would like to welcome all the eminent speakers and guests from all over the country who have come here to share their knowledge and vast experiences with us. Now, we would like to invite our Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. V.S. Prasad, to kindly take a seat on the dais. Dr. V.S. Prasad is the General Director of National Center for Medium Range Weather Forecasting, NCMR-WF, Ministry of Earth Sciences, India. He did his Masters and PhD in Meteorology from Andhra University and carried his postdoctoral studies in Kyoto University, Japan. His areas of specialization include satellite meteorology, data assimilation and NWP. He is responsible for establishing state-of-the-art satellite data reception system and processing system at NCMR-WF and initiating direct satellite radiance assimilation in India. He received several recognition throughout his career, such as gold medal during his MSc, JSP's postdoctoral fellowship, MOES Certificate of Merit, Mawsam Biannual Award, IMS Award, etc. Till date, he has published around 100 scientific reports in various national and international journals. Now, I would like to request Ipshita to kindly come up on the stage and honor our chief guest.
Now, we would like to invite our Honorable Director, Professor K. Uma Maheshwar Rao, to kindly take a seat on the dais. Dr. K. Uma Maheshwar Rao has graduated in mining engineering from Osmania University, Hyderabad. He did his Masters from Indian Institute of Technology, Banaras Hindu University. He did his PhD in rock mechanics from IIT Kharagpur. He was a professor for almost 3 decades at IIT Kharagpur and was also the head of the mining engineering department during 2006 to 2008 and from 2010 to 2014. He was previously serving as the director of NIT Surathkal before joining the NIT Rourkela. Some of his important portfolios include chairman and vice chairman of joint entrance examination. Now I would like to request Arpita to kindly come up on the stage and honor our director.
Now, we would like to invite our Honorable Registrar, Professor Rohan Dhiman, to kindly take a seat on the dais. I would like to request Preeti to kindly come up on the stage and honor our registrar.
Next, we would like to invite the head of the Earth and Atmospheric Department, Professor Jagbandhu Panda, to kindly take a seat on the dais. I would like to request Ipshita to kindly come up on the stage and honor our HOD.
Now, we would like to invite the convener of the KARYASHALA, Professor Nagaraju Chulukoti, to kindly take a seat on the dais. I would like to request Renuka to kindly come up on the stage and honor our convener.
Now we would like to invite the co-convener of the Karyashala, Professor Naresh Krishna Visa, to kindly take a seat on the dais. I would like to request Preeti to kindly come up on the stage and honor our co-convener.
Light is a symbol of brightness and prosperity as it expels the darkness and brings blessings and happiness into our lives. To make this morning a blessed one, we would like to invite our honorable guests for the lighting of the lamps. Now, we would like to call upon the stage Professor Nagaraju Chulukoti to address the gathering and speak a few words about the Karyashala.
Good morning all. So I am delighted to extend my warm welcome to our chief guest Dr. V.S. Prasad, Director NCMRWF, Professor K. Uma Mahesh, Director NIT Rourkela, Professor Rohan Dhiman, Registrar NIT Rourkela, and our HOD, Professor Jagabandhu Bada, Department of Earth and Atmospheric Science, and I extend my welcome to the co-convener, Professor Naresh Krishna Visa, and all of the invited speakers, all the participants. So warm welcome to the inaugural session of this workshop called Role of LULC in Regional Weather and Climate. So we know that when climate is changing, so apart from these greenhouse gases and aerosols, so LULC also significantly modulates this weather and climate. So accurate representation of this LULC in the model is very necessary. So and this high variability is very high, and representation of the models also very difficult. It is a very complex process. So land atmospheric interactions so significantly modulates the surface energy, and it will lead to this climate change. So based on this this background, so we have designed this workshop carefully with the aim of providing the valuable insights and hands-on experience. So our team has put in a tremendous effort to curate the program that caters to both beginners and as well as the professionals, ensuring that everyone leaves here with a enriched knowledge and skills. The workshop provides the platform for sharing the knowledge and fostering the creativity and building the lasting connections within our community. So throughout the course of these workshops, we encourage you to engage actively, ask the questions, and take the advantage of the expertise of our esteemed speakers and faculties. Remember that learning is a two-way process, so and your active participation will be enhance this overall experience for everyone involved. So once again, welcome to the workshop. So we are confident that you will find this experience both rewarding and inspiring. So may leave you here with enhanced knowledge and lasting connections. So today marks the beginning of an exciting journey of learning, so collaboration and growth, and we are thrilled to have each one of you here with us. Thank you, and let's make the grand success of this workshop. Thank you.
Now, I request our chief guest, Dr. V.S. Prasad, to present the memento to Professor Nagaraju Chulukoti.
Next, we would like to call upon the stage Professor Jagbandhu Panda to address the gathering and speak a few words on the behalf of our Department of Earth and Atmospheric Sciences.
Good morning, one and all. Hopefully you are enjoying. Sorry for the late for the starting of this today's inaugural session. I would like to welcome everyone, whoever has been participating in this workshop, and also I would be thankful to our first of all I would be thankful to our director sir, who has actually due to busy schedule, there are 4 workshops today, but still he has managed to come here, although it is little bit delayed, but yeah, so thanks for finding some time for us, because last time we tried but he was not available, but this time at least he is available. We are thankful to him for that purpose. Okay, so yeah, so once again I would like to welcome everyone, and thanks Professor Prasad also, who is the chief guest today, for visiting our institute and being part of this workshop as a chief guest. So the fact is that this department actually has completed 10 years of its existence, and we started normally in 2013 when Professor Sarangi was the director, and it is probably the brainchild of Professor Sarangi. I am really not sure. Professor S.P. Singh, who was the first HOD of this department, who is available here, can say in detail about it. So as far as my knowledge goes, this was the brainchild of Professor Sarangi. So after that, there were 2 subsequent HODs, Professor Equinidin and Professor Bhaskar Kundu. Then I am here in front of you as the 4th HOD of this department. So during these 10 years, we have progressed always, whether it's linearly, exponentially, I don't know. But one of the point that I want to mention here is I was just preparing a progress report this year, and probably from the starting of this department I was involved directly, indirectly for preparing the progress report. When I saw in the progress report this time, we have actually more than 40 papers, I think 45 papers already published, which is the highest till date as far as department history is concerned. So we have come to this far, and I hope that it is not too late to cross 50 plus papers each year, and all of them are in very good journals. So that is one of the milestones that we have, and I believe that our all faculty members are contributing to this type of success stories or pillars of the department. And we are 11 faculties now, thanks to Director Sir for the recruitment. This time we have got two new faculties, so which includes 11 faculties, and where 6 faculties are from atmospheric science background, and 1 is from geophysics, and remaining 4 are from geology background. So we are having actually 2 MSc programs. One is MSc Applied Geology, another one is MSc Atmospheric Science, and then we have an MTech program in Atmosphere and Ocean Science. And the first time that we started the department in 2014, actually we started Applied Geology after the recruitment of 3 faculties. In fact, Professor Kundu and myself, who joined early, and after a few months, Professor Naresh Visa joined actually. So he was in Europe, so UK, I think, yeah, he was in UK, so due to some issues he joined a little bit late. But first, Professor Bhaskar Kundu joined 20 days before me. So we didn't have anything in our department, so we didn't have also specific rooms for our department. So it was difficult at that time, we struggled, and then we started it somehow or other. We tried to convince the then director to get sufficient rooms and start the programs, Applied Geology, with 10 students, we started that program. After that, we never turned back, and today, actually, this year, last academic year, we have highest placement offers, that is 29 actually. So, and the average salary is nearly 15 lakhs, so 14.67 or something like that, so it to be exact. So therefore, like, all the placements are there, and all the PhDs which have been produced from our department, like 14 have been awarded, and there are 4 or 5 PhDs still need to be, they have to defend the thesis, and I think most of them have got the comments already. And those 14 students who have got this PhD, they are in different organizations, including IMD and the IITs as postdocs, and also in abroad. Most of the students are most of the PhDs are in abroad, and from MSc and MTech, many people have joined PhD in abroad as well. So looking at the placements and the people in abroad who joined PhD and MS programs, I believe that we are doing very well. And besides that, to add to that, like icing on the cake, our faculty members have excelled during this 10 years time frame. And our 2-star batsmen are there. One is Professor Kundu, who got a national award, I think last year. And recently, in this year, Professor Krishna Kishore got a multi-crore international project to collaborate with NOAA, National Ocean and Atmospheric Administration, which is in USA, and also with Jackson State University, right? University of Texas. Yeah, University of Texas. So that is with Professor Dev Niyogi. So basically, this is a multi-institutional project, but I think our institute is going to get, I think, 1.25 crore or more than that, little bit. So that is the highest amount that we are getting till date as far as project is concerned. So these are our 2-star batsmen out of 11. So you can say, although everyone is contributed to the growth of the department. So I believe that we are doing good. So I hope that the institute and we are going to sign we signed recently an MOU with IMD, and we are going to sign an MOU with NCMRWF. So with all these collaborations, international and national collaborations, we are going to grow also in a nice manner with whatever may be linear or exponential. So whatever it is, but it has to be a growth path. I believe all the faculties are enthusiastic and energetic. They will contribute to the growth path of the department. Thank you, and for that, to all the faculties for their effort and continuing to work in that direction. And as far as today's workshop is concerned, let me tell you, whenever I was a PhD scholar, I started working on this area as far as the impact of land use and land cover change is concerned. So then from there I joined different organizations, 3-4 organizations, then landed up in Singapore. And in 2013, when the advertisement came, I was very happy and tried to join here in the due course. And still I have been working on that urbanization part, like A&B Satyaran sir also working on that area. So it is believe me, it's a very interesting area of research, and USA has excelled a lot in this area. We are still very backward as far as this research work is concerned. Unfortunately, whatever I worked in Singapore, we have not been achieved till that. So it has been already, I left Singapore something like for 11, 12 years, but still, we have not achieved that level, to be very honest. So USA is doing still better than us as far as this area of research is concerned. And let me tell you, fact that if we change the land use, for example, there will be a significant impact on weather and climate, be it monsoon or be it urban weather or thunderstorms, your lightning or anything. So if we are actually trying to, like, say, there was one research paper which was saying that if we organize the, change the organization of the airport. So there will be some changes in they will not be affected. The weather will not be affecting the flight operations. There is one paper, later Professor Deg Niyogi was talking about that at one time. So I heard and I remember, that's why I am sharing it with you. So you try to understand what is land cover change and how it is being, impacting the weather and climate with whatever research work people have been doing. We have eminent speakers all over the world. There are 12 speakers, I believe, on and offline. So today I guess Professor Bhaskaran sir will be presenting. I hope everyone will be, Satyanarayan sir will be presenting. So I hope everyone will be enjoying his talks. So at the end, I'd be again welcome to the workshop, and thanks everyone.
Now I request the director, Professor K. Uma Maheshwar Rao, to present the memento to Professor Jagbandhu Panda.
Now, I would like to call upon the stage Professor Rohan Dhiman to address the gathering.
Honorable dignitaries on the dais, including our chief guest, Dr. Prasad from National Center for Medium Range Weather Forecasting, our Honorable Director, Professor Rao, Head of the Department, Professor Jagbandhu Panda, Convener for this workshop, Professor Nagaraju, and Co-Convener, Professor Visa, all the distinguished faculties of the Department of Earth and Atmospheric Science, my dear students, all the distinguished experts from outside NIT Rourkela who have come all the way to attend this workshop. I heard participants, they are also there, whose number is, I think so, close to 20. And ladies and gentlemen, it gives me proud privilege to be part of this inaugural ceremony. As Professor Panda has already told, that this is in the series of fourth inauguration today. So first was in Department of Life Science, followed by in Mechanical, then in Department of Physics, and now it is in Department of Earth and Atmospheric Science. So as far as NIT Rourkela is concerned, as you all know, it has a rich history because it was established in 1961 as Regional Engineering College, and in 2003 by Act of Parliament, it was converted into National Institute of Technology, where now more than 31 institutes are there which are spreading all over India. And in 2007, it gained the tag of National Institute of Importance. And as far as our departments are concerned, there are 20 departments, and this is the most number of departments as far as any NIT is concerned, or even in old IITs also, if you take into account. And apart from 20 departments, we have 650-acre lush green campus, and where more than 8,000 students, they are there in these various departments pursuing bachelor's, master's, or sandwich or integrated programs along with the PhD. And our faculty strength, which is sanctioned, is 485, and right now with the culmination of our recruitment drive, so it's now we are touching close to 380 or 390, and we hope that with the accomplishment as far as our non-teaching recruitment is going on, that will also be completing in another couple of months, and we will be initiating another faculty recruitment, and we'll try that all those departments, they will be growing. I have a strong connection with the Earth and Atmospheric Science because myself and Jagbandhu, we joined almost at the same time, and our employee code is also maybe 1 or 2 notch difference. So it was in 2014 that we came, and Professor Akin was already here at that time. And from that stage, which is in the year of 2013, that this department was established. And now in 20 departments, I think so. This department is one of the youngest department, but youngest is not in terms of achievements, but youngest is in terms of age, in terms of the exuberance what we generally get from this department. And as far as our cricket team is concerned, what Professor Panda has already told, so our chairperson BCCI is also here, and I also play a small role as a secretary of the BCCI and try to see like all the resources, whatever that is being utilized. So at least to all the different departments, they get. And I hope that with our new building, which is already, we are trying hard to move to our Golden Jubilee building by at least by early next year. So whatever the space crunch that is there as far as this department is concerned, so that will also be optimally be taken care. And also with the new recruitment, with the new faculties, I think so the strength will also increase, the expertise will also increase, and the same way like other departments, this department will also contributed a lot, will be contributing a lot as far as the research output or the total NRF ranking parameters are concerned. Because today we just came from Department of Physics, where our faculties, if you see the expertise, so they are 5th generation students of Professor C.V. Raman. So that is what we also got to know. So like that way, the expertise what our faculty colleagues they carry. So we are proud of that, and we hope that on the onset of this path of progress, that is what we have already undertaken under the guiding leadership of our honorable director. So we will achieve greater heights. And once again, I welcome our chief guest, sir, and also welcome all the participants and the distinguished luminaries from various different institutes who will be delivering their expert lectures at NIT Rourkela. And I hope your stay will be comfortable, and all the deliberations which will be taking place in next 5 days in this workshop, they will be meeting their objectives. So once again, thank you for inviting me, and I congratulate Department of Earth and Atmospheric Science for organizing this workshop. Thank you very much.
Now, I would like to request our chief guest, Dr. V.S. Prasad, to present the memento to Professor Rohan Dhiman. Next, I would like to call upon the stage the Director of NIT Rourkela, Professor K. Umamaheshwar Rao, to address the gathering and say a few words.
Honorable Chief Guest for the KARYASHALA of Land Use, Land Cover, Change in Regional Weather and Climate, Professor V.S. Prasad, and Chairman of this KARYASHALA, Professor Jagabandhu Panda, Head of the Department, Convener Nagaraju, and then Co-Convener Naresh Krishna, and Professor Rohan Dhiman, our Registrar, my faculty members from the department as well as from other departments of NIT Rourkela, and my colleagues Professor Bhaskar and Professor Satyanarayan from IIT Kharagpur, and the participants from the institution as well as institutions across the world and the nation. At the outset, I take this opportunity to welcome you all to this 5-day KARYASHALA on land use, land cover, change in the regional weather and climate. It's a topic which is absolutely very, very important, going by what is happening around us. Okay. And what I want is that role in all these things, role of scientists and then human beings for all these things, right? So now I think that would have been much apt, because land on its own is not doing anything, and then the land cover, the soil, topsoil is on its own, it is not doing anything. Climate is not the culprit here, it is the victim of the activities which we are really causing. So now what I really understand is that what is the role of the scientists or the human beings to protect the land in its proper utility, and then the land cover, and try to take care of the climate in the regional level as well as the global level. and I am really at least happy to be here, because where to start and then where to end is one confusion that I have, because there is so much to say, and so less to really react about that one, which is organized by the Department of Earth and Atmospheric Science. The very name of the department is stating that this one earth, one family, we all have only one future and one responsibility, is what I am going to say, is to protect the land, protect the environment, make a judicious use of the space. You are asking me the space. Right? And so now coming to, I will just try to touch upon each of the aspects. Now, geology, or rather this Earth and Atmospheric Science Department, as what Professor Panda has stated, that it's one of the youngest departments in this institution, which has a legacy of 62 years of existence. Right? So now you are too young to really fight for this space, land use. And so now you are getting it. So now, having said that one, definitely you will get that one. So now the question which I just want to draw the attention of everyone is that just this morning I was addressing, this is the last of the Karyashalas or the workshops or the conferences. So now I can take enough time. So now I am a player or a batsman who can play for long innings. So I am not a T20 player. I am a 5-day match cricket player. So now I will be playing for a long term. So now because the topic demands that. The reason which we are really concerned about that climate change is that what exactly is happening around our country, what is happening around our neighboring countries and globally also. The things which have not really heard few years ago are happening now. Like forest fires have become a common phenomenon, if not in India, because right, our forests are really sustainable for the heat that is really generated, but then the North American continent, right, it has become a phenomena, a regular phenomena of forest fires, and then it is cross-border fire is happening from the California, Seattle, that area, and then even covering the University, this British Columbia, and then further going down into Canada. Okay, it's a continuous forest fire. Okay, and there are consequences of that one. Not only that, and then if you just try to notice, just recent past is the Greece is burning, the forest in the Greece is burning for the last 1 week. Okay, it is another aspect. Australian forest, it was absolutely for close to a month it was burning. And then if we just try to see behind everything, what we get to know, what at least the common man gets to know is that these are all the climatic changes that are happening, but then who exactly is the cause of this one, we never get to know. What really went wrong that all these things are happening. Right? Canada, which is absolutely for six months in a year, it is under the snow cover. And now today, few days back, right, I got to understand that the temperatures are 44 degrees centigrade. And then field factor is plus 50. Right, so can we really imagine that a North American continent is really subjected to that? Okay, not only that, now let me come to the regional level. Regional level, now let us look at our our country itself. West coast, there is heavy rain, right? Deluge is happening in your Bombay, Gujarat, and then other parts of that one. In the east coast, right, you have Bhubaneswar is absolutely inundated, and then things like that is happening down south also. Okay, Kerala was absolutely in water, and then coastal Karnataka was also in water. Hyderabad, the Deccan Plateau has received very heavy rainfall, and then pink warning is also there. Warnings are also happening there. Okay, so now the question is that, now look at our point, western Orissa, Raurkela, Jharsu, our Ranchi area, this what is that, Chota Nagpur plateau. Okay, if you consider the Chota Nagpur, this is one particular piece, circle, which is absolutely hot and 98% humidity is there. What exactly is happening now around is that it is terribly humid and it is not raining. Last year also we have received 40% deficit in rainfall, and this year again we are going to witness, right, another deficit of rainfall here. Deficit and rainfall, and then we have a severe summer of 46 degrees, and the consequence of that one is that, right, when you really have existing human comfort factor, if you just try to see 98% humidity, you just call any doctor and then ask what exactly, when you are at 98 degrees centigrade and then 38 degrees, the 98% humidity and 38 degrees centigrade heat, what exactly is the physiological condition of our human sustenance of this one. Okay, lot of fungus is going to grow, lot of bacteria is going to grow, even for that matter that if you put your curd on the table in the morning and then by evening it is fermenting here in Rourkela, means it is not, it is indicating to us that something is grossly going wrong around us. A workshop of this nature is only trying to act as an eye opener for all of us to take the responsibility of saving this planet, because we have only one planet. We do not have any other multiple planets. Navagraha, you must be having many other grahas, but then ultimately the place where you can really live comfortably is this one. Unfortunately, in this entire one earth or one planet, what we have really misunderstood is that we are the kings of this planet. Somewhere we presumed that we are the owners of this planet, and then we do not have, every life on this planet has equal right, even to the extent that the saplings which they are really given to us in the morning, they have equal right, as much right as we have, right? For over more than few decades, we have been really requesting people to become more responsible of not littering. Let me just confine to my campus, our campus. Don't litter around. Reduce the use of plastic. Plastic cannot be, it does not really mix with the soil. It cannot degenerate. It has to be reused. And if something is packed up in the polythene bags and then your stray dog or any animal picks up that and then eats, it is eating with the polythene bag. Have you ever realized what exactly is the state of condition of things which cannot be digested? Why should we become so irresponsible? And then now question is that role of land use. Where is the role of human being for the use of proper use of land? Role of land cover. Where is our role here in the land cover? Role of change in the regional weather and climate. They are not really undergoing change on their own. Behind every single change, I am there. Behind every single change, I am there. I have removed the topsoil completely for the construction of multi-storied buildings. I have cut the forests for again increasing the density of the multi-storied buildings. I have really misusing the land cover for my comfort, because I presumed myself that I am the king of this planet. ये ज़्यादा दिन चलेगा बिल्कुल नहीं, बिल्कुल चलेगा नहीं. And then it is not COVID, it is only the beginning of a catastrophe which is going to happen around us. We are blaming one country or one people or one something that one. But now, have you taken any measure on our own selves? No. Now coming to the pollution, air pollution. Air pollution is, right, I am just going through some of the topics here. Study of Diwali firecrackers on the air quality over the western part of the India. Right, I am not denying anything about that. But then what is the percent of that pollution that is being caused in comparison to the other pollution, other source of air pollution that is causing around us? On a daily basis I am polluting, daily basis. Right, the amount of carbon footprints we are releasing through burning these carbonaceous fuels, not only for generation of energy, for cars, I will take, right, all my faculty here who are here, right? Because I am also one of you, right? I have visited this campus when I was a lecturer at IIT Kharagpur. Okay, that time there was hardly any car on campus. The campus is same campus in this all these years. That was, I am talking about 1988, 89 or 90, during 4-5 years, early years when mining department under geology department or it is existing. Top cover is geology. You are rightly placed. Right? So now the top cover is geology and then the underneath is coal. It's absolutely, somebody has really identified you a right place, right department in the right place. No qualms. Okay, you are going to be there. Enjoy your position there on as a top cover. Okay. Now, the campus did not change in this extent, aerial extent. Area-wise, it did not change a square meter also. Departments, their location did not change. Okay. Houses, residential locations, they did not change. Hostels, they did not change. What has changed? If you go around the main building, all of you, there will be nothing less than few hundreds of cars and a few hundreds of motorbikes. Few hundreds only. Okay? And then if you just try to see how much of a petrol or gasoline or even diesel that you are burning, okay? You know, have you ever really realized what is the temperature from the exhaust of a car? Or any, for that matter, let me take the example of a generator which is now there. Every city has a generator, diesel generator. When we are burning a diesel generator or running the diesel generator, so sustain the power cut, okay? 200 degrees centigrade is the temperature which is coming out from the exhaust. At the mouth of that one. And then 100% carbon dioxide, some percentage of carbon monoxide. It is coming out from that one. And with all the ride, I really ride a absolutely, what is called SUVs. There are so many SUVs on campus today. RD is still to be seen. Maybe one new faculty from Earth and Atmospheric Science will purchase an RD on campus. The beauty today we have is that the human misuse, if I may use a wrong word, right, our arrogance of utilizing the natural resources and then trying to blame the role of land use, trying to blame an inanimate thing which cannot think, it can only respond. A land cannot think, it can only respond to your mischief. Top cover is completely removed. Groundwater table, right, it's all sukha pad gaya. From here, if you go down to 60 kilometers around in summers, people are really walking more than 100 kilometers for a pitcher full of water. And even that water is not safe water, let me tell you. I have water which has E. coli. We have the water which is absolutely beautiful, dissolved heavy metals are there because I am living in a industrial location. Industries have taken the right to really release their effluent in Koyal River from where we are drawing the water into our campus. Have you ever realized how much of the pollution that we are by our own selves? I am creating pollution here, I am saying that it is causing me difficulty. फिर ये क्या बात है? Who has to be taken, who has to really take the responsibility? A simple, innocent and though innocent but then arrogant question I am asking you. Who should be blamed for this one? And how long we really keep on really extending our arrogance and then mischief with the simple, small, inanimate land cover and land use and atmosphere. Okay? Right, there is a lot that I can really speak, but then I don't want to because थोड़ा गुस्सा भी आ जाता है. Right, and then गुस्से में बात करना ठीक नहीं है ना, because media people are also here. Right? So now I want to really check. As it is, I have already rolled out some wrong sentences and then enough of damage that I have done. Right? So now, but then I don't want to, but then I just want to really once again ignite you with the thought that let us all be responsible. Let us save the planet, otherwise this planet will never be available for us, for our next generation. Sustainable development growth. Sustainable development growth is not to become selfish, just to become unselfish and then take the responsibility of protecting this planet for future generations to thrive, and then they can have a beautiful earth and atmospheric science department में पढ़ने के लिए आएंगे future generations. By then earth and atmospheric science department will have a department or a place of their own, not sitting on somebody's head. Thank you very much.
Now, I request our chief guest, Dr. V.S. Prasad, to present the memento to our director, Professor K. Umamaheshwar Rao.
Now I would like to call upon the stage our chief guest, Dr. V.S. Prasad, to address the gathering and enlighten us with a few words.
Good morning all, and Professor Umamaheshwar Rao garu, Director NIT Rourkela, Professor Rohan Dhima, Registrar NIT Rourkela, and Professor Jagabandhu Panda, HOD, and Convener Nagaraju. Good morning all. Professor Umamaheshwar Rao, we are enlightened with your good thought painted on that one spontaneously and spending time with the Earth community despite of your busy schedule and here. And I am coming from the National Center for Medium Range Weather Forecasting, which is a human weather prediction center for the government of India. And as Professor Umamaheshwar Rao told, that a lot of global change, other things are happening. And at NCMRWF, we are modeling all the changes. And we are simulating the weather that is happening here throughout the globe and giving the next 10 days or 1 month or seasonal forecast, that type of thing we are generating. For doing that, we have the high computer, which is the 50th in the top 500 computers. Of course, we are polluting with that. I agree with that one, with a lot of things for using that one. But that system we are using to give the forecast to our fishermen and also for our industries and our security forces. Everywhere we are giving the forecast, that one. And that forecast what we are using over the years, which we used to go about 100 kilometer, 150 kilometer resolution. Now we came up to 12 kilometer resolution, and we are going to 10 and 6 kilometers in the near future in that one. Said that, in that, our data for simulating the models, we have to get the data from all over the globe, and we are using all the satellite data that we are getting, all in-situ observations that are getting, and also we use the boundary conditions, such as this land use, land cover changes in the regional simulation. This is very important parameter as we are now with the weather forecast models we have developed. We are able to give the tropical cyclone forecast very well. You have seen the improvement that we have made, and the human casualty decreases from the 10,000s to now even single digits. It is happening. It is due to the development that we covered with the weather modeling and that how it is happening. And now we are more focusing on giving the forecast to the lighting parameter, extreme weathers. In that, the boundary parameters are playing very major roles. Particularly, we are using the land use, land cover maps that change very regularly. That change has to be accounted in that one, and very much to improve the forecast. This model, this workshop like this will help us in understanding how to change the model parameters. Suppose what you have said that carbon dioxide is changing that one. We are using, instead of carbon dioxide climatology, we are using the every day carbon dioxide changes, in monthly changes, we are accounting that one. Like that, we are planning to use this land use, land cover changes also. At present, we are using a fixed format, that is land USGS or ISRO, that we are using. And as Professor Nagaraju earlier worked on that one like that, we are planning to use the land use, land cover as a library. Every monthly changes and that type of changes we want to include that one. And that type of things we are in the process of developing things. India is a country where we have the numerical modeling people are there. Very few countries are having that one, 5-6 countries are having, and we have our own satellite program ISRO is having. So we have the capability to measure, to observe the Earth from top and model with our scientists from all over the country, various labs and the national institutes like NIT Kharagpur, NIT Roorkela and many other institutes are working for that one, understanding the things. Now we have the Ministry of Earth Sciences, we have the Observational Institute Observation Campaigns, all thing, and we have recently launched OceanSat 3, was completely sponsored by Ministry of Earth Sciences. Like that we have the observational campaigns and we have the modeling and computing facilities. Now the research centers like academic institutions has to work towards that one for giving the improving our forecast by the boundary, by improving the observational things and also parameterization schemes where we are looking at one. And earlier state universities such as Andhra University and Kochi University having the very few institutes like that, very few institutes having the thing. Those and state universities due to various problems, the quality of the things of research going on is reducing, and we find this national institute has to play major roles, and the Center for Atmospheric Sciences was started in various IITs like that. Recently you started at the Atmospheric Sciences, that is very welcome. It is very young institute, and my visit to the center is to have more collaborations with your Earth observation systems. And your young faculty, many of them, Jagabandhu Panda is also, and Nagaraju is also earlier had their affiliations to Ministry of Earth Sciences labs, NCMRWF, IIT, etc. And we have very good relationship with, working relationship with NIT Roorkela, and we have given the good international project with a lot of competition to Krishna Osuri for doing the monsoon, under Monsoon Mission 3. Under Monsoon Mission 2 also he has some role played that one for tropical cyclone things. And Minister of Sciences, we are able to want to introduce HWFS, this tropical cyclone modeling the thing. In that Krishna Osuri is playing very good role. And from IIT Kharagpur, ANV Satyanarayana, and particularly Prasad Kumar Bhaskar in ocean and land tower, they are playing very important contribution they are making. And we are seeing this type of workshop in national institutes will help us. And the research, not only for publication, they have to put the thing to the operational centers where we are doing that one national levels. I think these things are required. That's why we propose the MOU with you, and hope this MOU will take us to further heights so that we can use collaborations together, and we will use these changes, what you have changed, what you told the climate changes. And we have the Center for CCR in MOES at IIT Kharagpur, IITM Pune, where we are doing the modeling climate change studies. And as you said, the changes what you are making many effects are happening that one. These have to be modeled, and we have to prepare for that one. As you are telling that the excessive use of motor cars, and also industries are saying these are making a lot of changes. And groundwater table, what you are told that one, it is also affecting that one, soil moisture, and the soil moisture also. In modeling now, we are going to we are entering in by the end of the year, we are going to a 6-kilometer global model. In which that requires not only previously we are including atmosphere and ocean, are using that one. Not only that one, now this urban morphology, land use, land cover, and these ground parameters also taking major roles for getting the more forecast. Major synoptical scale weather forecasts are, we are giving the better, we are improved the scale, but localized things, cloud bursts and local phenomena like as lightning, these are more has to be resolved. These can be resolved with the boundary conditions also plays very important role in that one. So this workshop is is in that direction, it will help for that one. And with that, I think I will conclude that one. I think that's with our ministry we are thinking that we are asked, we will get support from the academia in making, not only taking the research to operations. And for that one, we require the get together research institutes and national labs work together to make the research into operations. And at NCMRWF, we are ready. We are have the young scientists with us, and we are ready to accept any new findings and new development that is coming in the academia and put into our models and improve the weather forecast and take it our nation further. Weather ready nation will make it weather ready nations and give proper forecasts and other things. And this type of workshops we welcome that one and welcome. Thank you.
Now I request the Director Professor K. Uma Maheshwar Rao to present the memento to the Chief Guest Dr. V.S. Prasad. Now we would like to call upon the stage Professor Naresh Krishna Visa to address the gathering and give the vote of thanks.
Thank you very much, dignitaries on stage and off the stage. So on behalf of the organizing committee, I convey my deep regards and hearty thanks to our chief guest, Dr. V.S. Prasad, Honorable Director of National Center for Medium Range Weather Forecasting, for taking time of a hectic schedule and to be with us today and give us very informative talk and having shown a lot of interest for the collaboration. Okay. We are grateful to you, sir. And also, I would like to thank our Honorable Director, Professor K. Uma Maheshwar Rao, for your constant support and encouragement in organizing this workshop and very thought-provoking speech about this role of our land use and land cover. And I think we should take responsible for that, taking his votes forward. And we will be ever grateful to you, sir, for your help. And I would like to thank our Registrar, Professor Rohit Diman, for providing all the administrative support, and this would have been possible without your support. Thank you very much, sir. So I would like to thank our beloved Head of the Department, Professor Jayabandhu Panda, for your constant help and guidance to making this workshop successful. I would like to thank our sponsoring organization, SCRB, for supporting making this workshop a reality. So we would like to thank the SCRB on record. Okay. I would like to thank all our distinguished invited speakers who came all the way to here and generously accepted our invitation and give it their time for to be here. Thank you, sir. We believe that your expertise will add in-depth knowledge to the participants. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. So we are thankful to all the participants for their interest coming all the way. We have participants from the long way from QSAT, Kerala, to we have participants from BHU, ISM. So from different places, IIT Kharagpur, we have different participants coming all the way. So we are very thankful to you. Without you, this event would not be possible. So thank you very much for coming all the way. So we are fortunate to have very supportive colleagues. Their help is very highly appreciated. We are always thankful to you. And we thank our previous HOD, first HOD of our department, Professor S.P. Singh, to be here. Thank you very much, sir. So we've been lucky enough to be backed by a team of very motivated and dedicated student committees. They are working throughout the last 2 days. They have been working continuously, and without their help, this event would not be possible. Thank you very much. And finally, we would like to thank FTBI, who providing the space to conduct this workshop. We thank Professor Manoj Mishra for his help. And as we also thank our PRO, Archana Gupta, for arranging the media, and we thank Media House for covering this event successfully. And thank everyone. I hope this workshop will be useful for all the participants. We exchange ideas, and we believe that you will have a better stay in the campus. Thank you very much.
Now I request the chief guest, Dr. V.S. Prasad, to present the memento to Professor Naresh Krishna Visa.